Hey everyone, Sirturmund here again. Today I wanted to bring you the last champion of the new expansion. So obviously I already showed you guys Galio, I already showed you Udi, I already showed you Gnar. The last one is going to be Yuumi. Now, I do think Yuumi is pretty bad. I think there's not a lot of ways to build her. So it's very restrictive. But there is one way that kind of has been working out really well, and it's going to be Pantheon Yuumi. So Pantheon Yuumi, as you can see here, the deck is pretty much like the regular Pantheon Taric deck from last meta, except that he adds Yuumi instead of like a Taric or a Shyvana. Because Yuumi can let your Wounded Whiteflame or your Petricite Broadwing, which is one of the key cards, new key cards, grow really big, allowing you to kind of take a lot of favorite trades, right? Because Yuumi is continuously able to grow your units bigger and bigger. So again, this deck, the new cards in this deck are going to be 3 Broadwing, the 2 Prodigies, because Prodigies is so good with Broadwing, and you can also use it on the Wounded Whiteflame to trigger the Faded, and then 3 Yuumis. Those are enough to kind of change the way that this deck plays compared to like a Pantheon Taric or a Pantheon Shyvana, because obviously with those decks, with Pantheon Taric, you're going more for the rallies. With Pantheon Shyvana, you're more like the strikes and the dragons, right? Here, what you want to do is kind of similar gameplay as other Pantheon decks, where you want to have one of your early units, either Broadwing or Saga Seeker, are going to be super key. You want to keep one of those units in your mulligan. Sometimes you can even keep the Wounded Whiteflame if you have nothing else in your hand. Because usually this deck is very spell heavy, right? So 22 spells, 18 units. So if you see your early units on your mulligan, it's better to keep them and just push your spells back, because it's more likely that you're going to end up drawing another spell more than anything else. The rest of the deck is really relying on you being able to like buff up one single big unit, right? So you can buff up like one really big unit and be able to finish the game that way, while also trying to work towards a Pantheon level of condition with the faded keyword, being able to buff your other units. Synod Blade is there because it's really likely that your Wounded Whiteflame or even your Saga Seeker or Broadwing can get really big. So Synod Blade gives you access to Overwhelm, allowing you to be able to push that lethal damage that the opponent cannot defend against. I do like one of Bastion because it's a really good way to protect your Wounded Whiteflame or your Pantheons against something like Vengeance or even Minimorph if you don't roll the spell share on the Pantheon. And you still want to play at least 2 Rally because it's a great way to beat the control matchups, FFTR, Darkness, etc. And then to round it up, you still have your 2 Consider Strikes, your 2 single combats to be able to kill some of the opponent's key units. In addition, obviously, with the Broadwing and the Shield of Duran. So really straightforward deck. Again, it's just really focus on one or two really key units to try to buff up as much as possible, and then finish the game that way. What I really like about Yuumi as well is that even when you have 2 Yuumis on your hand, the second Yuumi, which is the projectile, is actually not bad because it's a way that you can trigger. It's a non-committal way of you triggering your Faded and advancing the Pantheon level of condition. So if you have like 2 Yuumis, you have 1 Yuumi in the field, and then you can play this on like your Wounded Whiteflame to deal 1 unit to the opponent and be able to buff your Wounded Whiteflame a little bit more. So yeah, I think obviously if you're familiar with Pantheon decks, it kind of plays a lot like this. So I don't think there's a lot more to talk about. Hope you enjoy the games coming up soon. And remember, if you enjoy the content, please make sure to subscribe below. I'll see you all at the end of the video. So in this matchup, we'll be going up against Gnar Swain. So this is a very bad matchup for us because of how much value they can get with all the Flogs and all the Scorched Herbs and even Calling Strikes that they might play. Which makes me think that we're gonna be very tough to live. Guiding Touch might actually be very clutch. Guiding Touch might be clutch. The problem here is we have a pretty low. We don't have enough units. Okay, perfect. We got a Saga Seeker at least, so that's good. I think I want to play the Saga Seeker next turn so that I have access to Pale Cascade if he attacks. Yeah, so here we can play the Saga Seeker, and if he decides to attack with the Telescope, we have access to Pale Cascade to buff the Saga Seeker and force him to have to, force him into a bad trade, right? Come on, opponent. I guess if he's thinking this much about it, he must have gotten a good epic card, right? Because usually you don't think about it this much unless you get a good epic card. Like usually you're never picking the multi-region follower. You're usually picking the Celestial card or picking the epic card, right? The fact that he like hesitated for so long was actually kind of weird. There's a consideration that Yuumi was better here. I think it's a little bit too early for Yuumi. Okay, I'm willing to pass here. Now, Pantheon is a little bit behind, so that's a little unfortunate. Gonna do this on the Wounded Whiteflame. Because now it's an overwhelm unit that he has to worry about. Next turn, we can do the second one on the Saga Seeker if he doesn't do anything right here. And we do have Guiding Touch to be able to heal it up if we need to. Gnar. Okay. So let's do it. Let's do it like we just talked about. Let's put the second one on the Saga Seeker. So now we have 2 overwhelm units that he has to worry about. I guess he could always stun one of them or kill one of them. Really? This tells me that he potentially has Flock. Right? So I don't think we can attack with the Saga Seeker. Then we attack with this. It's a big 7 damage. We protected against Scorched Earth because of the Guiding Touch, because we know we only damage by 2. So he has only damaged us by 2. So we're okay there. Is this a turn where we play Pantheon? What if we do? What if Pantheon is actually correct? Because he can block the Gnar here. Might be a little bit too early for Pantheon though. I might have jumped the gun. Especially because we don't have a second Pantheon. Okay. So that's the stun. If he decides to do that and nothing else, I'm okay with that. So here's the problem. If we block with the Wounded Whiteflame, it now means that we will not be able to heal it, right? We could use the Pale. Okay, we'll do it like this. Because now it's not gonna be... This is tough. I'm gonna do it on the Pantheon here. Let's start doing the faded triggers on the Pantheon. I think the way that we're gonna win this game now is gonna be Pantheon. Whiteflame is not long for this world. Because Whiteflame is gonna get Scorched Earth here very quickly. Pantheon is still pretty far from level up. You could just attack with everything. How bad is this? The funny thing is that he needs to kill the Wounded Whiteflame very soon before Yuumi levels up and gives us spell shield every turn. If we had a rally, we could be a little bit more confident, but unfortunately we don't. Okay, so he's gonna block like this for some reason. He's just gonna do the stun. What if we force... What if we force the lethal? He's sacrificing his Swain. I think Guiding Touch is fine. Just to know who to do it on. For some reason he decided that sacrificing his Swain was worth it. Which I guess I respect that, it's fine. He could be setting up damaging everything. Like he knew we could trigger the Faded. Like there's no way with a deck like this that we cannot trigger the Faded. What I'm looking for now is gonna be single combats or like concerted strikes, right? Without those, we're gonna be in a little bit of trouble. He needs to be worried about a rally. I guess Rally's back because our Wounded Whiteflame is done. Ironically, if we hush our own Pantheon, let's do it. If we hush our own Pantheon, the flock actually doesn't work. He's gonna have to commit one more spell to damage Pantheon now. that's a play. That's a ballsy play. Not only that, but now he's gonna heal the Pantheon all the way back up. Unfortunately, he does have the Buster Shot. I think it's worth it doing the Sharp Sight. Make him spend another resource on Pantheon. The more resources that he's spending on Pantheon, the less resources he's going to have to deal with the Wounded Whiteflame. Yep, okay, that's the score shift that we were talking about. So bye-bye, Wounded Whiteflame. Pantheon is going to level up here very quickly. He does get to hit us with Gnar, which is a little bit annoying. Has to be Bastion, right? I guess it does have to be Bastion. I think it can just be Yuumi, no? Bastion means that we get more... No, it has to be Yuumi. It has to be Yuumi because if we get the Spell Shield, then he has to commit like another card, right? To be able to kill the... Like, he needs to have another Scorched Earth pretty much to kill this Pantheon if we get Spell Shield. Elusive Scout. So we get the Elusive Scout, and we have the Bastion next turn. That's pretty good. That's pretty darn good. We even get the Lifesteal. Augment is useless. Wait, that's... Isn't that game? Three... Pantheon is 3 health, right? I'm trying to see how I'm trying to see if Pel Cascade will stop our Pantheon from being damaged, right? So we got 5 additional health. So 2 from Yuumi. 2 from Yuumi. And 3. So we have 5. 5 plus Pantheon's regular 3 health is 8. So we could do the Pel Cascade here. Because I think if we do the Pel Cascade here, we actually come out with our Pantheon healed up, which is how we win the game, right? Because now he won't be able to like block this. Yeah, so here's what's gonna happen. Pantheon's gonna be healed up fully. There we go. And now we're just gonna attack with the Scout, and he has no way to stop this. And that's game. Because he wouldn't need a Scorched Earth. And we have Bastion to back it up. So that's what I was trying to calculate there. I was trying to calculate if Pel Cascade was enough to put me to full health. And it was. GG's, let's go. That was a great game. Ooh, those matchups are usually tough versus Gnar because they have Scorched Earth. But that one ended up working out, but yeah. So in this matchup, we'll be going up against Sejuani Gnar. And we're going against Bitter. Ooh, they started doing the wombats. Interesting. It's too early for Pantheon. Maybe trying to get some of our early units. This is not a bad hand if we get like a Broadwing or something, or even a Whiteflame. We have Concerted to deal with the Gnar. We have Concerted to potentially deal with the Sejuani, depending on if she's leveled up. Yeah, so this is a little bit better. So now we can potentially do Yuumi into the Whiteflame. We are gonna take 5 damage here, unfortunately. I wish we had the Broadwing instead. Like, this would be such a nice curve for the Broadwing. So we can do this like this. He's gonna trigger the Plunder on it. Cool. I'm gonna head and go and attack. It's never blocking because he thinks that we might have Pel Cascade. I think it's better to do the Protege, by the way, instead of the Yuumi to give us another. I guess we'll do this. Unfortunately, gonna have to do this, I think. Let's start working towards the Pantheon level up. Start working towards that Pantheon level up. Let's put the Yuumi on it so that we can also start like leveling up the Yuumi if possible. He also gives us access to the projectile. And he lets us kill this guy. So we get another Fury proc with a single combat. Stops him from being able to trigger that annoying dragon. I like open attacking here. See what he does. Alright. That's cool. Let's keep mana for the Concerted Strike in case that we need to kill the Gnar or another Pterodactyl. That's the second Pterodactyl. So we'll go ahead and do this. Now it means that we have no way to deal with Sejuani or Gnar. But we are at least slowing him down a little bit. Pantheon is still pretty far behind, but Yuumi is going to be close to leveling, right? I guess not that close. But close enough. We can do the Prodigy on the Wounded Whiteflame to trigger the Faded. Gets Pantheon to 3. And gives us another blocker. He summons an additional unit. We have another Duran that we could do. Because we can level up Yuumi next turn through... I think we need to... Unfortunately, we're going to need to do this. I don't think I can afford to take any damage anymore this game. So I hate doing that. He still had a third one. Woo! Okay. He doesn't have it. So that's pretty good. We have the Hush. We have good attackers here. We can rally if we need to level up the dragon, although I don't think it's gonna matter. I think he's just gonna try to go wide at this point. I want to do the Golden Ages, but I think it's actually a throw if we do it. I think it has to be Pantheon, and we have to do the Golden Ages next turn. When we have the Pantheon leveled up on the field, right?
Let us take a peek at life beneath the waves.
Sure. Let's do it like this. Gives us a faded trigger. Starts leveling up the Pantheon. If he gets exactly Sejuani, though, we lose, right? It's a big dragon. If only we had an Overwhelm. There she is. That's what we talked about. If he gets exactly Sejuani, we just lose. I like this. I like this because we can just hush. We can just hush it, right? We can just hush the Sejuani. I don't think he has a way to do burst, right? So we can hush the Sejuani, stopping the trigger. Problem is that he's still 4 wide, right? So he's still gonna do 5 damage here. We get the life steal and we got the elusive. That's all we needed now. We can probably survive. So here we can hush the Sejuani, stop it from being able to silence our whole board, and we still just lifesteal everything else. And we clear almost his whole board. We have the elusive. We heal all the way back up to full health. He's only doing 2 damage here. Oh, that Hush came in so clutch. The problem is Sejuani can still stop us next turn, right? So the Sejuani still stops us on our next turn. I guess he has to block, right? And Yuumi levels up. Attack with the Project probably wasn't needed, by the way. Because he can just block here. Yeah, exactly. He can just block like this. But that's okay. Because we have the sharp side. So even through the Sejuani skill, Sharp Side will work, because Sharp Side will give us... No, it's not gonna be enough. Actually, now it is. Okay, so now we can just do this, right? So now we can, even if he freezes the Pantheon, we have Sharp Side plus Pill. Not if he does it like this. Okay. So now that it's gonna be a game of attrition, right? It's gonna be a game of attrition because he's gonna be able to always freeze our units, right? He might not have enough ways to freeze though, right? On his turn, because he's always gonna need a Poké Stick. He's always gonna need a Poké Stick or a spell that can trigger right off the bat. We have Rally. We could also potentially win. Bastion is not what we're looking for. Is this, how much damage is this? I don't think it's worth it to do the Sharp Side, by the way. I think it's better off for us to kind of do this. We're taking so much damage. We're taking a lot of damage. We need to hope that he doesn't have... We need to hope that he doesn't have another Poké Stick in his hand or another way to trigger the Sejuani. We have Bastion to put on the Pantheon to protect us against Three Sisters. His elusive blocker doesn't matter.
Fight like the animal you are.
Decides to go all out for that. We'll just do it like this. Again, we have the Bastion. Oh my goodness, this is gonna be crazy. He needs to have another Poké Stick, right? Needs to have another Poké Stick? Oh, he doesn't have it. There we go. We pulled through. Yeah, that's the problem with that deck, right? It's not like Plunder that you have the zero cost warning shots. So he ran out of ways to hit our Nexus. So yeah, GG's. So in this matchup, we'll be going up against Kindred, Elise, Sentinnels. So the problem with this, and the reason I say ooh, is because they do have like a lot of removal, like Vengeance. Sorry, I'm like losing my words here. I was trying to think what I wanted to mulligan, but they have stuff like Vengeance, obviously Mystic Shots, etc. Keeping Pantheon being a little bit greedy, like actually probably very, very greedy. But he might be okay. We have to see. Okay, getting the Broadwing kind of saves us a little bit. We don't want to play the Broadwing until turn 3, because obviously he'll be able to do a Mystic Shot, get excited on it. I want to be able to play it and be able to have access to single combat right away. So I think that's a better play. We could also just do the Wounded Whiteflame. Could just do the Wounded Whiteflame. It's pretty big too. Let's do the Wounded Whiteflame. Because we still have access to Pell Cascade here. I guess he could have Thermal, that could be annoying. But the Wounded Weapon is gonna get big, which is a big deal. We attack. Obviously he's never gonna block because he should know that we should have a way to buff this. Yeah, there we go. Doing single combat doesn't make sense because you could have Mystic Shot. So we never do that. If he open attacks, we have Sharp Sight. We have Broadwing as well to be able to protect against like a Kindred.
Without the other.
I like the Broadwing because here what we're gonna do is that we're gonna kill that Kindred, right? So we're gonna single combat that Kindred after we do Pell Cascade. Oh. I mean, sure. Maybe we don't have to commit the single combat. Maybe we can just kill the Kindred right here. I think it's better to do it with the... Has to be better to do it with this, right? If he has Mystic Shot, that's a little bit annoying. Well, because it means that we're gonna have to commit the Sharp Sight. Right? Because if he has Mystic Shot, we're gonna have to commit the Sharp Sight. There it is. So we'll commit the Sharp Sight. And now this dragon is gonna be very big very quickly. What I'm actually gonna do is that I'm gonna put the Yuumi on the Broadwing instead of putting it on the Wounded Whiteflame. No, it has to be the Whiteflame, right? Has to be the Whiteflame just because he's so low health. And now he's like really big, right? He doesn't have enough mana for Vengeance, so I don't have to be worried about that. We can still kill the Sentinel with the Broadwing. And he's gonna have to block. Like, we can kill the Burgundy one, and he's gonna have to block with the Buru unless he's gonna take 7 damage, right? So we can just do it like this. Yeah, there you go. He has to block. Like, there's no way he cannot block. Nope. So he's doing that this way so that he could quote-unquote kill us. I guess he does kill us anyways, right? We're gonna have to do it like this, so we're gonna have to commit the single combat right here. Yeah, we're gonna have to commit the single combat right here. It does deny him from getting the Sentinel trigger. And he did discard. He had to discard something here. So what did he discard? Oh, it doesn't show us. It doesn't show us what he discarded because we negated it. The dragon continues to grow bigger and bigger. Even if he kills this dragon, we just get Yuumi right back, right? I think it's worth it to do the Yuumi, right? To be able to trigger the Faded. Oh. I don't want to do Pantheon until Pantheon's about to be leveled up. I think he's fine. Yeah, we can do it like this. This is not gonna fizzle no matter what, even if he has a Vengeance, because we still deal 1 to the Burgundy Sentinel. If he has the Vengeance, that is a little bit annoying, because he'll be able to deal 3. Yeah, there you go. But we still get the Yuumi right back, right? So here we can just do, I guess, the Saga Seeker and do the attach, do the Yuumi attach on it. And that way we still trigger the Faded and still get the Yuumi ability. Get the Saga Seeker to start growing exponentially, right? He might have a Mystic Shot, or maybe he's thinking that he should Mystic Shot right here. Which is not a bad consideration, because it delays our Pantheon a little bit more. He decides not to. So we can go ahead and just do this on the Saga Seeker. And we have a pretty big Saga Seeker here. Problem is going to be Ruination, right? So that's the one thing we have to worry about, the Ruination. Problem is the Pantheon, we kind of have an awkward hand to level up Pantheon, right? Because there's not really any great way for us to level up Pantheon here. Maybe we play the second Pantheon here. Alright, you know what? I'm gonna let him continue to do that. If he wants to just pass, I'm just gonna do this right here. That Yuumi is also close to leveling. 1 more attack and she levels. So this is the problem. Problem that we're gonna have is if he has Atrocity, right? I guess we have single combat to be able to stop it. I'm gonna do this. Just to trigger the Faded. I should have done it on the Pantheon, actually. Should have done it on the Pantheon. Because we want this Pantheon to get a little bit bigger, right? Instead of being in range of dying to like a freaking Mystic shot. He has the atrocity. We're gonna have to single combat. We can level up Pantheon here. Don't agree with that. But we're gonna level Pantheon here. We have a second Pantheon in our hand. Still have access to the single combat to be able to deal with the Ledros. This just gets hit by the... I guess we have elusive. We don't have spell shield though. So we didn't get the spell shield, but this is gonna get spell shield anyways. That's 2 spells that he just queued up there. What if we just single combat right now? This looks fine to me, right? Let's just single combat right now. We get the lifesteal. We kill the Ledros and we deny him all the lifesteal. And then this guy's gonna be able to get the spell shield. And then we just win anyways, right? There we go. Yeah, because on an open attack, the Saga Seeker will get the spell shield because Yuumi will level up. And then we have another Pantheon there to be able to also back it up. But yeah, GG's. In this matchup, we'll be going up against Riven Fizz. So this is more gonna be like an aggro deck with Fizz and using advantage of the double attack from the Papercraft Dragon. I like the fact that we got Hush, right? So Hush is pretty good because he can stop that combo. So I'm gonna get greedy with the Hush. I'm gonna keep the Yuumi as well and just hope that we get a unit. And we got the Whiteflame, which is amazing. So the Whiteflame is probably one of the best ones that we could have gotten, since we can get it to continue to go. The only problem here is, are we gonna get rushed down before we can actually get to where we need to be, right? We can do the Whiteflame and do the Shield of Duran on him next turn, allowing him to survive. He's probably just gonna open, so that's gonna be 5. Okay, so now that we have the Broadwing, we could just do this instead of doing the... I think this is better than doing the Whiteflame. So I think this is gonna be slightly better because we can do Shield of Duran and then next turn we can do Yuumi. We also have heals for it. But I'm debating if it's actually not worth it to do Yuumi. Because my problem with Yuumi is gonna be... my problem with Yuumi is gonna be us dying to just him being going too wide over us. Right? So if we play the Yuumi, we're gonna die because he's gonna be going too wide. We can play the Whiteflame instead, I think. Yeah, I like the Whiteflame better. So I think the Whiteflame needs to be the play because we need blockers. Otherwise, we're just gonna die to him rushing us down with his units. What if we just pass? It doesn't matter. I don't think it matters. I think I'm better off picking this up. He's obviously gonna play like Riven or something. We could have attacked with the Whiteflame as well. I'm not sure why I didn't. Okay, so he doesn't have it. We can do Yuumi. We can also rally. I do think we need to keep mana for Hush though. Ooh, I do like the Yuumi. Is it the Petricite though, or is it? It has to be in the Petricite. I mean, the Whiteflame is nice, although we do have this. But this guy's always attacking, right? Compared to the Whiteflame, which might not attack all the time. We'll go ahead and just get our Fury here proc. Our Fury proc, sorry. Let's do the Yuumi and the Broadwing. And go about it like that. Yeah, let's do it like this. I'm okay doing it this way. Although actually it was better to do in the Whiteflame. It had to be better to do in the Whiteflame, right? Don't think I want, because we have the Shield around for the Petricite Broadwing. So I don't think it was needed for us to do it here. Ooh, second Broadwing is nice. So now we can trade some pretty nice attack because we'll have the Golden Aegis and we have the Shield of Duran, right? Ooh, that is a little bit annoying though.
Hounding curiosities lie
So if we do it like this, we can clear both things and then we can rally, right? And then this is almost gonna level up Yuumi, by the way. If he summons anything that's a key unit, like this, now we can rally. I'm just gonna rally and put it on the Broadwing. So that we can, the Whiteflame, so that it gets the faded trigger and we can attack here even if he gets another unit. He decides not to go. Interesting. I'm gonna put with this one just to make sure that this one stays alive because this one is continuously growing, right? Yeah, there you go. I had a hunch that he was gonna have a way to kill it. Okay. Again, we still have Hush, right? This is the whole reason why we kept Hush. Because we know that he's trying to win with a combo. But I'm glad I didn't pull with the Broadwing, because that's exactly what I was afraid of him being able to kill it. So now this is actually going to level up Nuts, and we also have Sharp Sight, so we have two ways to deal with the Fizz. Sharp Sight is actually probably better. Oh, no, opponent. So he's going to try to, like, kill us. Is Sharp Sight better, or is it just Hush? I think it has to be Hush now, right? Now that he has the double attack, it has to be the Hush. We know that he has two blades, right? He has two blade fragments from the Squire and from the Moonreaver. So no matter what he does here, he's gonna be able to, do a blade fragment. The problem is that he has to spend so much mana for the other guy, right? That we can just do this. I guess this is the annoying part here, right? Because this is gonna just kill this. We should still kill the Fizz, because I forgot that it keeps the double attack. I think we should still try to kill the Fizz. And do it like this. And we still have Guiding Touch, so even if he has another Brother Spawn, we still be able to block it. Perfect. We can actually heal this if we wanted to be able to push the damage that we need. Because he's gonna grow. We can go like this. Is this lethal? Yes, it is. It's exactly lethal because the Yuumi levels up and it gives the additional +1/+1 to the Broadwing. So now it's gonna have 9 health, and then we just attack, and it has spell shield, so you can't do anything about it. Woo! That was spicy. Yuumi leveled up though. That was pretty good. That was close. I forgot about the attach unit still giving the stats and the double attack to the Fizz. So the Hush was not gonna be enough to stop. But yeah, GG's. So in this matchup, we'll be going up against Scouts. Now, Pantheon should do well versus Scouts, especially with us having the Broadwing. This should be a decent starting hand, right? I think I'm gonna keep the Saga Seeker. Oh wow, this is a great hand. I'm gonna keep the Saga Seeker, I think. I don't hate it. I was thinking if I wanted to save the mana. I think I'm okay with it. This is gonna present a lot of damage right off the bat. He decides not to have anything. And then we can just put Yuumi on the Broadwing and then he loses the game, right? Like, how does he win this now with Yuumi on the Broadwing? This should be an easy surrender for him. Yeah. I guess technically... Yeah. Like, even with the MF skill, we still kill it. Because it takes us down to 4. If he wants to attack like that, that's okay too. Because what we can do next turn is going to be Zenith Blade. I guess we didn't have to do Zenith Blade. No, it has to be Zenith Blade. Because otherwise we can't kill the Misfortune. Oh, we can just do this. I kind of like this better to give us access to single combat. But this might be wrong in case that he had... I mean, it gives us access to Spell Cascade. So this loses to a Sharp Sight, right? But he would need to have double Sharp Sight to be able to play around the... to be able to play around the Spell Cascade, he needs to have double Sharp Sight. And if he has it, then he's just a gag gamer. Make it... Oh, second Misfortune. Okay. So the problem that he's going to have, though, is that she's going to be down to 1 HP, which means that a single combat still kills her. We get the Yuumi back, cool, and we have a second Broadwing to be able to do the same thing again. Needs to be single combat on the Misfortune. We need to single combat a Misfortune. My concern is that if he has... So I'm going to do it like this. I need to do it like this to play around a Sharp Sight or a Ranger's Resolve, right? So this is a little bit better than doing the Yuumi.
This is our way.
A problem here is that we're going to just lose, right? Just need to do it now. If he has the Sharp Sight, he doesn't have a way to save this. The only problem is that we're going to lose the Saga Seeker. I guess we don't have to actually lose the Saga Seeker. We can do the Broadwing.
Always forward.
Do we want to lose this? I don't think we do. I think I'm okay taking that 3 damage. What we're going to do here is going to be the Broadwing into the Yuumi again. And be able to pick out something that he has this way. So we can pick out the Island Navigator because of the Broadwing skill. This is gonna be close. We don't have another Concerted, we don't have another single combat. He did send out another I'm gonna pass. I'm gonna pass because he stops me from developing anything more. We can summon Pantheon and level him up through the Yuumi projectile. And Pantheon's gonna have barrier to be able to defend against something that he has. There is a good blocker for the Navigator. So he thought that we were gonna pull something, right? Don't think we needed to. So here we can do Pantheon. We can trigger the Faded by doing the Yuumi projectile, which will also level up this stuff, right? I guess we should actually target the Pantheon at this point. So we should do this. We should... What if he has like Ranger's Resolve though? Is it better to do it like this just to play around a Ranger's Resolve? I guess a Ranger's Resolve, he has a Sharp Sight as well. What if we just pass? What if it's actually just a pass here? I think it is. I think it's the pass. And let him be the one to see, to kind of tell us what he's gonna do, right? We can summon a second Broadwing right here. And we still have the Yuumi projectile. We don't care about this? Okay, sure. We get the Yuumi back. We level up Pantheon next turn. I guess, are we still doing it on Pantheon or are we doing it on the Broadwing? Yeah, that's game. Like, with Pantheon level up, there was no way. And it's definitely better to do it on the Pantheon there. I don't know why I was second guessing that. Because it triggers the Fader on the Pantheon, levels up the Pantheon as well, and gives him +2/+2. But yeah, GG's. So in this matchup, we'll be going against Pantheon Taric. So it's like a Pantheon versus Pantheon deck. It said that he does have Taric, which means it's a little bit more awkward for us. Ooh. Because the Taric will be able to kind of just kill us, right? Wounded Whiteflame doesn't sound bad if we can get Zenith Blade. Or even Yuumi. I guess Yuumi's fine. Because we can get the Wounded Whiteflame to be pretty big. We do want the Concerted Strike, that's huge. We don't have a 2-drop, so he'll be able to get the free value from the Mountain Goat, unfortunately. That's like very huge for him. So he gets a free Mountain Goat. Even if we do the Whiteflame here, he can just have single combat or something. I think it has to be Whiteflame and then Yuumi next time. We do have Sharps and we have Pale to save it, even if he tries to do like something like single combat. So this is okay. We can attach the Yuumi. We could just let this die as well. I don't hate it. I'm gonna do it. He needs to have what, like Pale Cascade or Sharp Sight to be able to kill this if he wants to attack. This Whiteflame is gonna get really big really quickly. We get the Fury proc. We can do the Saga Seeker here. Doesn't hurt us. What I'm gonna do is that I'm actually gonna do the Protege on the Wounded Whiteflame. I'm gonna make it so that this Wounded Whiteflame is so big that he can never kill it. And as long as this Wounded Whiteflame is this big, we just need to look for a Synth play, and I don't think there's any way that he can win. Because now even Concerted might not be enough. The bigger he gets here, right? I'm okay with this. Yeah, actually, we need to do like this so that we trigger the fader on this one. Single combat is not enough. Single combat is not enough, and we kill the Pantheon 2 different ways, and that's one Pantheon down. And again, our Wounded Whiteflame continues to get bigger and bigger because of the Fury, and that's game. Yeah, just a single Wounded Whiteflame is enough. He'll never be able to get through to that because we have enough health that even through a Concerted Strike, we will be able to survive. And obviously, we even have the Shield of Duran there to be able to survive like single combat and Concerted Strike. So yeah, GG's. Hey, welcome back, everybody. Hope you enjoyed those games. As you see, you know, it plays really like on any other Pantheon deck. Like Pantheon still tends to be your biggest win condition. But Yuumi gives you a little bit of an alternate win condition when you can get a Wounded Whiteflame or a Petricite Broadwing that just gets really, really big and the opponent cannot deal with it. Aside from that, you know, it's a fun deck. And I think it's probably the only Yuumi deck that you'll see around in a while. I'm really having a hard time building decks around Yuumi, so I'm curious to see what other people are trying out. I'm kind of taking their ideas and potentially refining their ideas. But anyways, that'll be it for today. We'll be back tomorrow with more LOR videos. I just gotta decide what I'm gonna post tomorrow. Probably thinking of Galio Soraka. Seems like a great thing to do our Sunday with and finish up the week with. If you enjoyed this, please make sure to subscribe below. I also stream on Twitch at Twitch.tv, where I stream about 3 to 4 times a week. And you can also find us on Twitter, Discord. The links are below in the description. I'll see you all next time.